So my friend said, no, you did the wrong birth date. I meant 1988, not 1989. So this is my do-over video for her in order to clarify the correct birth date. I still don't have the time. She at least gave me the location. So reset. This is 10 minutes of astrology with Shannon, and today we are going to talk about the birth date of February 17th, 1988. And if you want a reading with me, they're $30 to start, and we can go over a lot of good detail within 45 minutes to an hour. And for her, I said, if you're willing to wait, I'll do a free 10-minute video for you and post it, and I'll let you know when I do that. She said, okay, that's fine, because she didn't really have the money to do it anyway. She wasn't in a rush. So if you want a reading for your birth date or for somebody else, or you want a compatibility reading and you want it for free, just message me. I'll do a 10-minute video and shoot it to you once it's posted, or you're welcome to book a reading with me. I book about 6 weeks in advance. So without further ado, let's hop into this chart. The first thing that pops out to me is this conjunction. It's kind of got Mars in it a little bit, but it's mainly for Saturn and Uranus at 0 degrees. If you know about the degrees, I'll link the other video through the degrees in the YouTube description. But you know, to me, 0 degrees is like oh boy, this is up. Like, it's bad. So that being a double 0 conjunction with 2 planets in the sign of Capricorn, like, good God, this person is just screwed, to say minimal. Oh my God, it's so bad. So Saturn is wisdom, father time. It is in its home placement of Capricorn. Uranus is sporadic, creativity, outlandish type. You know, Uranus is the unexpected. So this, whoever this is, things just happen to them. And it's totally out of their control. It's totally to their detriment. Like, that's bad. With Mars being right in there now, I don't usually include something that's more than a degree off, but I want to include Mars in here because Mars is action. It's also in Sagittarius. So this person is actively social, which with this 0 degree stuff, in Capricorn, so Sagittarius is social, and then we go straight into Capricorn, which is kind of antisocial. So they have like this conundrum of being really active socially when they probably shouldn't. They probably need to hide in a shell because of how bad this is. They need to tread very carefully in their life because, again, things will just happen to them. So this sun in Aquarius is sextile Mars in Sagittarius. So Aquarius is also a very social sign, but they're more of like universally social. They have a lot of friends. To them, it's a lot about being friends first. And that being sextile to Mars, it is a positive alignment because of all those issues involved. Again, this person needs to be very careful about the friends that they choose because they can be a very friendly person and outgoing and, you know, have a big social group, but it doesn't necessarily do them a whole lot of justice. This person, even though they want to have a large social group, probably needs to not and just have a few very trusted people in their life. I know that they kind of want to be a social butterfly, but with the detriments that they have, their friends are liable to kind of stab them in the back or kind of leave them isolated anyway. So I'm not going to talk about the moon. I'm really not even comfortable talking about Mercury because I don't have the time. We have Jupiter here in Aries at 26 degrees, so we're going to throw this in the mix. Jupiter in Aries is big communication about themselves. So they love talking about themselves, they love partying and having fun, and Jupiter, the planet of expansion, of big things. And Aries is the infantile thinking process. It's the first sign of the zodiac, so it's selfish, it's ego. This person loves compliments. Compliment them because they will really appreciate it. Now, because it's in Aries, they may not fully remember it, but they'll at least appreciate it in the moment. So this would also be sextile to the sun, so that's daily life. And it is going to be trine Mars and Sagittarius, and to an extent Saturn and Uranus. So the trine to Mars here is very active. I would say they have a big spontaneous personality, and they're fun to be around. Don't get me wrong, they're a lot of fun. This particular person just needs to be careful about kind of how much fun they're having. Neptune at 9 degrees of Capricorn, and that is going to be square Venus in Aries. So Venus and Aries people are very selfish lovers. They have their heart, they have their own heart. They have their own self-interest first. And Neptune in Capricorn is a solitary spirituality. So Neptune is the ethereal and spiritual. Capricorn is solitary in this regard. It is very discerning. So with this square, they struggle with allowing God to come into their life. They have a very hard time with accepting this outer spiritual being affecting their life, and vice versa. Their life and their heart and their relationships, because Venus is definitely a sign of relationships. Being in Aries, it's the relationship with yourself. It conflicts with the relationship God, or whatever you want to call it, wants to have with this person, the higher spirit. So they're not really in tune with, you know, their own spirits. They just know that they love themselves and they're invested in them. And that is kind of contradictory, because Neptune in Capricorn wants to have a very, not deep relationship, but a very grounded relationship with the spirit. And the overwhelming parts of these 0 degrees that are here hinder them from, and especially other people will hinder this person from reaching that next level. They really need to dig deep within themselves, and they are gonna struggle with that because they're not a dig deep person. The only thing I really see in Pisces is the moon, and I don't want to talk about that because it's not, I don't know that that's 100% accurate because I don't have the birth time. So as far as I'm concerned, they don't have a whole lot of water. They don't have a whole lot of emotions. What they have is fire. What they have is energy. They have this power and this vitality, but it's not emotional depth. It's not strung up with a bunch of empathy. It's, you know, this is a unique person that struggles socially, but not in the way that they have probably ever considered. So let's jump in and talk about Pluto real quick. Pluto in Scorpio here. Pluto, sex, death, reincarnation. Scorpio, this is in its home placement in Scorpio, and it's at 12 degrees, so that's a very good middle place for that to be in. They are very sexually driven. The sun's in Aquarius, it's definitely friends first, but then once they achieve that friendship, their relationships based on these other things that I'm seeing may suffer because of their selfishness. So that's, let me know what you think, my dear friend. And I hope this was helpful. Appreciate you watching. And again, if anyone has any questions or wants a free 10-minute reading that I'll post, just let me know. Peace out.